Hi again, everybody. This video is for Saturday, April 5th. In this video, I'm going to show a little bit of a mixing of law of vibration principles with some astro longitudinal measurements. So what I've got here, just a basic chart off the internet, which shows the diatonic ratios here from the key of C, with C as the do, then the interval to the re, interval to mi, then fa, sol, la, ti, and so on. So I'm taking those tone ratios, and instead of using them in their fraction or decimal form, I'm just going to float the decimal. So the 9 to 8 ratio is 1.125. So I'm going to float the decimal to 112.5. And for the 5/4, which is 1.25, I'm going to use 125. And I'm going to look at those to be in degrees. So I'm going to project from an anchor point. I'm going to use this major low here. And I'm going to project 112.5, 125. The 4/3 is 1.33. I'm going to project 133 degrees, and so on. So when I do that, I come off the anchor point back here in early October of 23, projecting out that particular octave. This is, I'm going to do this with Mercury geocentric. If I did this with helio, it's going to be very tightly bunched because helio Mercury averages 4 degrees a day. So we're going to have a couple days between some of these swings or projections. And then you will see smaller swings in there, but I'm not going to do the helio. You can take a look at that. You can do that with Venus, Mars, whatever, as you move forward if you look at this technique. Anyway, the first projection is 1 bar off of this high, and that is also actually the highest close right there. Next one's 1 day off this low. This is a very minor high. We had a 1 day pushback there. This catches this low, then we bounce right up to this high. Then we've got a low here, and this one here is a miss. So usually you're going to have one miss out of the whole octave. Now you can also project the octave, the 200. So you can think in terms of like that, the doubling. So if I started at 100, I can also plot the 100. I didn't do that here, but you could plot the 100, and then you would also get that 200 to be your octave. So now what I'm going to do is move to a more current part of the chart. And I'm going to take the same diatonic set, and I'm going to project the same numbers that were just discussed, but I'm also going to take the raw numbers and just go with the 12.5, 25, 33, 50, and so on, and project both sets of numbers there. So here's the next chart. Now I'm doing the same thing, only I've anchored this back here in July of 24. So you can see how this worked on the recent market action. So now if I, moving forward in time to project forward here, I would work off of this high, this low, and this high. You could also work off of this intermediate swing because those are decent points and they're going to give you some projections too, and you can also look and see if you get some confluent points, and then you're going to have, you know, something that may have a little bit more juice to it, but these are all pretty decent. So this first group here are the raw numbers, and then the second group is that octave projected out. So you can see we got this high. This one here is actually a midpoint Then we had a high here. We're 1 bar off of that low, 1 bar off the high. We got this high here, 1 bar off this low, and this is a very minor low. That low just took out that prior low, that inside bar. And then the second set, we have this low here, got a minor low here, this high, 1 bar off of this minor high, a very minor low right here, and then a pair of highs to end that sequence. So now you can continue that in that fashion just as mentioned, and you're going to get good trading points going forward. So this is going to give you an easy timing mechanism. You can get these longitudes and do this with an online ephemeris, or you can use your astro software to generate an ephemeris, or if you have some other astro tools put out by some other people that do this type of longitudinal projection. It's really easy though. You can map it out. You can do 2 or 3 points in a short time. I've also got some other factors that I was looking at. Maybe I'll bring those out in another video.